Here, inside the crypt, but his heart is in Rome, and please God, his soul.
Will we take a walk down? Wonder how long it is since anybody has visited or come down these steps even. Wow, they're so steep. Behind the coffin itself. Just there. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are in County Dublin in Ireland, and we are at Glasnevin Cemetery. So Glasnevin Cemetery was opened in 1832. There is over 1.5 million internments here. In fact, there is more dead than there are living in Dublin. It's approximately 124 acres, and we have some little friendly squirrels and a dog walker, and I hope the squirrel moves before the dog comes. He's just sat there in the middle. He'll probably run off now when we get close. How cute.
My friend here won't be too happy.
No, that's what I was thinking with the dog.
There we are. They come in from the mechanics as well, you know.
Yeah.
They are. They really are. No, you don't.
And they're
And
friendly.
usually he's on the watch.
He's
know, he
watching.
spots
You
them,
missed
doesn't
him.
he? You missed him, you noodle.
Bye.
He had a nut in his mouth.
He was quite happy there for a second, and it's just as well he climbed the tree up there away from the little dog. Anyway guys, so we're going to have a look at some vaults, some crypts. I'm going to show you Daniel O'Connell's tower as well, and we might be able to get a little sneak video in there as well. But I'm just giving you an idea of just how large Glasnevin Cemetery really is. I mean, we only covered parts of it before, and there's lots here I'd like to share with you all. So we're coming up to one of the watchtowers that was put into Glasnevin Cemetery when there was a huge amount of grave robbers and body snatchers, and they were there to shoot, to kill anybody that came in at night to steal a fresh corpse. They also had hounds that roamed the cemetery ready to attack. So if that was your job and they were paid well for it, the men up there wouldn't think twice about shooting you dead. So the walls go right around Glasnevin. You can see how high they are, and on each corner of this huge cemetery we have a watchtower. Right, so in the distance is the huge round tower, and the crypt underneath it, as I said, is Daniel O'Connell, the founder of this cemetery, and it was opened for all religions and for none. This place had become years ago extremely overgrown, and a group of people came together, and I suppose at the time they thought, you know, it's impossible, but look how beautiful it is now. So where we are now, just here, they're all the beautiful vaults, and above them then, on top of the walls, would be, you know, they'd be belonging to the vault underneath. We have, I think this is Padre Pio, just here. Let's take a look. And the name on it is Rabbit. So the rabbit vault would be below us now. Anna Maria Rabbit, 1943 to 1996. And it was erected by her loving husband and her children. That is beautiful. So all the way under there we have these vaults. Now I have videos on my channel documenting those. So if you want to check those out, do. This is another beautiful statue here. Mary holding Jesus, her son, 1907 to 1976. Attilio Senesio. Probably got that wrong. This tomb here, actually, you can see it's fallen apart and some of it is on the ground, unfortunately. But I presume these places are, you know, up to families to take care of. So the rain is coming, but we will take a look at the vaults. Right, so we're just down around the crypts, and each vault is numbered, and up above is their memorial. This is 24. Not sure of who's in here. There's actually coffins just there sitting in the open. But we were just talking to a man who was visiting his family, and he actually let us stand at the door and look in. There was ashes in boxes and niches where the coffins were. It was an Italian family. So we're very thankful that he let us in to share that moment with him. So some of them have the coffins just kind of sitting there. This is number 16, and then others, like his, are kind of like niches. Not much to see there. I think it's like some of these have like iron gates behind the doors. But isn't it interesting? All of these, all numbered. This one actually kind of looks like it's open almost. See that cage there? So I don't know why the cages would have been put there. There must be some sort of a reason to it. But they just basically go around in a circle. Number 10, number 9, number 8. Some of them are welded shut, and some then, like this, seems to have got a whole new lock and a new. All this looks like it's new to me. This is the family vault of Thomas Corwin of Well Park in the county of Dublin, and there is a date there. No, it's not, sorry, it's Esquire is wrote there. Thomas Corwin, just over the door actually, is 1847. You can see the cobwebs, that build up over years and years. Family vault of Henry Brown, 1843 there. See, you can just see there even, look. Just behind this door is another gate. Now I'm not sure what's in there really. Maybe it's just coffins there sitting in the open. And this one then, sacred to the memory of Cornelius Crotty of Newlands in this county, Esquire, who departed this life the 2nd of December 1841, aged 72. There's an Alice Stewart there as well, 1858. But basically they just go all the way around in a circle. Back to number 70. So there's 70 vaults here. So the rain has gone and we have a little bit of heat. Look at this up here. It's all like, God, you'd swear it was
Prison.
like a prison almost, yeah, with the barbed wire on top. Seem to have a lot of works going on, but as I said, this is an ongoing project. Just there off in the distance, you see the white chimney? That's actually the crematorium. So the chapel is up near to the big tower there, and then they bring the body to this building here where they get cremated. But look at this, there is some work going on here. It seems like that a lot of the headstones have fallen or are about to fall. So this area then is something obviously that they're probably doing area by area, which is great to see. Some of the graves have like an ID number on them. But there's lots of them being fixed. Danger, no access. So this, as I said, this here is a crematorium. So they take the coffin and the person in the coffin, I suppose, by van after a beautiful ceremony, bring them in there into that gate, and that is where cremation takes place, hence the huge chimney just there. Almost like a castle turret. And maybe, do you know what that was originally? That was originally one of the watchtowers.
Yeah, and they've made it into a chimney.
Yeah, you can see the little window that would have been there and the little access door.
See all these vents?
Yeah.
You have like the fans inside.
So cremation would take place, I'd say, Monday to Friday. Obviously this is, you know, the weekend now. Memory of John Hamilton, brother of Patrick Hamilton, died in US America, AD 1853. You can barely see the statue with all the trees. I'm going to bring you up this way. There's a lot of people walking their dogs. Just directly in front of us is the original gates into Glasnevin. So can you imagine how much it has expanded over the years? It's crazy to think. So we will go through the original gates. Everything looks so grey here. This is beautiful. Just on top, I have the face of a line. This is 1865. Here late. Here also are interred Maria, the beloved wife of him to whom this monument was erected, deceased 15th of April 1846, and her children Kenneth, who died 25th of April 1847, Catherine and Edward, formerly MP for County Kildare, both of whom departed this life. Both? May 1865, so both of them, the two children died on that date? Might see that line a bit better there. So it's to the memory of Edward Esquire, 1856. And just up at the top, you'll see the lion's feet. So this beautiful memorial is for a man who was known to be a rag and bone man. But after he passed away, there was some sort of feud among family about his money, and it went to court. And would you believe, a judge ordered that every penny that the man had be put into this grand memorial for him. Now I don't see a name, but we'll have a look. Maybe there's one at the side that we can read. Let's have a look. Lord have mercy on the soul of Patrick Connolly. He was 70 when he passed away in 1868 maybe, or hard to see, 1864 or 1. Still hard to see, even with the torch. But I think it is 1864. But what an absolutely fantastic grand memorial for him. And I presume once this was paid for, there was no more funds left for the family to fight over. Beautiful gate. Entrance is now locked. So the majority of Glasnevin would be high crosses. I think it's probably has the most high crosses or Celtic crosses in Ireland. But then in little sections we have these magnificent memorials, vaults, mausoleums. There's a beautiful one just here. I don't want to go too near or make too much noise because there's a family at a grave close by. Let's have a quiet look. Elizabeth Byrne, beloved wife of him, to whom this monument was erected, died 3rd of June 1882, and their dearly loved children, Mark, eldest son, who died the 9th of June 1868, and Maria Theresa, second daughter, wife of Philip, and she died 2nd of July 1884. So this is in memory of Captain Henry Quill, late 32nd Foot. He served with the Corps to the close of the Peninsular War at the Siege of Burgos. His leg was shattered and his left eye carried away by a ball. He received 2 gunshot wounds in the chest at Waterloo. One of the balls fractured the collarbone and penetrated the lung, in which it became embedded, the long train of suffering ensuing, and the hemorrhage it induced, untimely, proved fatal, the 26th of March 1849. And those words are actually wrote there. So he served with his corps to the close of the Peninsular War at the Siege of Burgos. Leg shattered, left eye carried away by a wall, gunshots, wounds to his chest, and one of the balls fractured a collarbone and penetrated his lung. And that is actually wrote there for Captain Henry Quill. 1849. An horrific death by all means. The sun is out, guys. I can't believe it. One side the sky is blue, and then up here it almost looks like a storm is coming. Look at this. It just goes to show when a tree roots, nothing will stop it. It has swallowed a couple of tombstones. Crazy. Beautiful round tower way off there in the distance. Oh, we have another little squirrel. Even though I live in the country, we don't get to see them very often. That leads us to this beautiful memorial for Catherine. Just look at how jam-packed the cemetery is. Every inch covered by elaborate memorials, headstones, tombs. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh, disturbing pigeons now, and it is nice to see the wildlife is here. To commemorate the lives, principles and sacrifice of Terence Ballou McManus, young Islander, Colonel John O'Mahony, and one of the founders of the Fenian organisation, Charles Patrick McCarthy, Daniel Redden, Patrick W. Nally and James Strict. Members of the Irish Republican Brotherhood, who remains lie below. Gorgeous memorial. So this is a vault, and it's the vault of James Mayrick. Sacred to memory of James Mayrick of the city, who died 12th of November 1864, aged 73. Also his wife, Mary Ann, who died the 5th of July 1868, aged 60. And it's quite unusual because beside it we have steps down, and the vault, I presume, is belonging to them. And it looks... Oh, actually, on the door it says MacDonald. And there's not really a whole lot to see in there, because it looks like there's nothing in there at all, which is unusual to say the least. It's like all bits of grass and straw. And there's no date to say. No, it just looks like it's a lot of grass there. There's no date on it. So we don't know how old it is, but it's a pretty cool vault. I don't believe it. Here comes the rain again. It's never too far away. So we've just seen this one. This is the family vault of Nugent Rathgar. Michael Nugent, in fact, 1858, age 73. Also in fond remembrance of his loved wife, Mary Patricia Nugent, 1878. So a very old vault. Look at this. At one stage, this would have had rails right around it. You can see where the rails would have been. But look at the steps down. It goes one way and then another.
I heard before that those railings that are taken off graves are actually used to make ammunition.
Oh, that's true, actually. Will we take a walk down? Wonder how long it is since anybody has visited or come down these steps even. Wow, they were so steep. You would wonder how they got coffins or whatever down. But these huge doors are quite amazing. And once again, I don't think... Oh, there is something in there. Not quite sure what though. I don't know what that is. What is that? Is that like years and years of decay?
Soil, is it, or something came down through the vault?
I don't know. There is bits of timber there. Wow. Oh, that's a coffin there. Just to the right. See it? That's a coffin. Oops. That's a coffin. What has gone on in there? That is very, very strange, isn't it? Very strange. Just like, I don't know, is it? Would a muck have come down?
Did the vault collapse?
Did the vault collapse? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be though, look. Or did another grave
Oh, another grave came in.
came in on top maybe? There's definitely one coffin, and I believe there's probably another one on the left. That's what it looks like. Another one here, quite similar. Look at the steps going down. And unfortunately, a lot of rubbish has blown in there. There's candles and everything down there. Rubbish. What year is this one, I wonder? 1855. August 1855. Looks like John. Wow, here's another one. They're all down this way in a row. This one has its rails, which are beautiful. The vault then goes down there. Beautiful door, but unfortunately once again we have an awful lot of cemetery rubbish. This is the gate. It is actually open, but I actually don't think I want to go down there. It's too mucky and dirty, but beautiful. Okay, changed my mind. I have to look at the door. It's a beautiful door, isn't it? Look at all the cobwebs. Wow, how steep are these steps? About 3 foot deep. Whoa, look at the cobwebs. The door, look at it. It almost looks like I would just open it any minute. But look at the amount of cobwebs. Yuck, they're all over me. But a lot of rubbish, unfortunately, here. But those steps, they're at least, well, maybe 3 foot is an exaggeration, but they're at least 2 foot depth. Now, close the gate. Cobweb, Spider City, that's what that is. So we actually have a tour going on at the moment, and they do actually dress up for tours. I don't want to go up and disturb them, but we do have a gentleman in uniform just there.
And who have accepted the responsibility of carrying out the feeding program. I propose to you then that here by the grave of this unrepentant feeding, we renew our baptismal vow. Here by the grave of this unconquered and unconquerable man, we have fought. Such unshakable purpose, such high and gallant courage, such unbreakable strength of spirit.
Ooh, that's a tour going on, and it's quite amazing. We're going to eavesdrop for a minute.
Are bound together and must henceforth stand together in brotherly union for the achievement of the freedom of Ireland. There will only be one definition of that freedom. It is Tone's definition. It is Mitchell's definition. It is Ross's definition. Let no one blaspheme the cause served by the dead generations of Ireland by giving it any other name or definition but their name and their name. We stand at Russell's Gate today, not in sadness, but rather in exaltation of spirit that it has been given to us. And we come thus into so close to communion with this brave and splendid Gael. Splendid and holy causes are served by men of themselves splendid and holy. But Glasnevin Russ was splendid in the proud manner of him, splendid in the heroic grace of him, splendid in the Gaelic strength and truth and charity of him. And all that splendor and pride and strength, the humility and simplicity of devotion to Ireland, to all that was olden and beautiful and Gaelic in Ireland. In holiness, simplicity and nature. But all around you, I might look to the clear true eyes of this man who, once alone in this day, visioned Ireland, as we today would surely have her. Not free merely, but Gaelic as well. Not Gaelic merely, but free! And it comes spiritual communion with those of his day, living and dead, who suffered with him in England.
Right, So as the tour continues and he shouts about Ireland's freedom, we will continue. It is quite an amazing tour, so if you are ever in Glasnevin, definitely you should do a tour. So this is Daniel O'Connell's crypt, just in here, and the tower above. It's unfortunately, it is closed now. The tower, you can't go up, but that is the family crypt of Daniel O'Connell and his family. Let's see if we can take a look inside.
So Glasnevin Cemetery actually owes its origins to Daniel O'Connell. As part of his work to advance the rights of Catholics, he established the Dublin Cemeteries Committee in 1828. He was a politician, a liberator. He began a successful practice as a lawyer in Munster. He became Lord Mayor of Dublin in 1848. He was arrested in 1843. He forced the government to allow Catholics to sit in Parliament. His sentence was actually annulled by the House of Lords in 1844. With lack of progress, his influence waned. And unfortunately for Daniel, he died in Rome while he was out there on pilgrimage. But his monument is in the style of an ancient Irish round tower. And in fact, it's the tallest of its such in Ireland. And as I said, this is actually Daniel's coffin inside this little tomb. And to say you should touch the coffin itself inside, just as kind of good luck. Now, just to the side, you see in coffins, they are actually Daniel's family members. The crypt inside is highly decorated. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, before Daniel died, he said, "My body to Ireland, my heart to Rome, and my soul to heaven." So, in fact, it's Daniel O'Connell's body here inside the crypt, but his heart is in Rome. And please God, his soul is actually in heaven.
So these are the vaults close to Daniel O'Connell, and the more wealthy, and if Daniel O'Connell knew you, you were allowed to be buried in here. So this is 5, 6, and it's the same as the other crypt really. All numbered monuments above, and the crypts are the vaults below. They're almost like a little row of houses. These are the doors into them. That is a huge memorial there. These are obviously the doors into it. Wow, look at these. That is so cool, isn't it? Look at that though. What a door. So we will head back out. There's a coffin there, guys. Just there. You can see tiles at the back. Let's let us swing over to this side. That's the coffin. You can see a design on the tiles as well. It's like an A. We have a cross behind the coffin itself, just there. So we do have a coffin there. Not sure how well you'll see it. I don't really know what you see till after edit sometimes. There's the old bier that they would use to carry the coffin either to the grave or maybe even from the hearse and cart down through the cemetery. This is the church where they hold the ceremony. So interesting, Daniel O'Connell's coffin and his family's coffins then just to the side of him. There's many notable graves in Glasnevin. Eamon de Valera, poets, activists, those who died in war, Republican graves, mass graves. And a ton of history. Right, so I have another video to do in this cemetery. A very tragic story of a man that we followed for years. It won't be in this video because he deserves a separate video all on his own, but it's absolutely heartbreaking. So keep an eye out for that one as well. But for now, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here and then I will do that story. Alderman John Reynolds, JP, age 73, August 1868 there. But if you like this video, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. But for now, take care. God bless. And I'll talk to you all again soon.